Beloved audience, it is a true pleasure for me to introduce you to our opening speaker. Screenwriter and champion of the human experience, she is the author of several books, including Dancing at the Shame Prom and Marrying George Clooney. If you follow her on social media, she will inspire you, as she does me each day, and a lot of other people, with her post-coffee and pre-wine posts. She is the editor of Shades of Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Amy Ferris.
Before I actually begin, I would like to say that Logan Fisher, can we just give it up for her, please? Oh my God, okay, the glasses are coming off. You can hear me, yeah? Courage. That's a huge, small word. When I decided to take on this topic, depression, suicide, mental illness, I thought I knew what courage was, what it looked like. I was wrong. I say that without any hesitation. I have often thought of suicide as a way out of my pain, my heartbreak, my sorrow, my mood swings, my abusive past relationships, my fears, and my crippling self-doubt. For me, it was a second thought, impulse. The first being, how can I get out of here? I understand why folks take their life. I do. I understand that moment, that fierce, mighty, blinding moment. But I also understand why we're told to count to 20, to breathe in and breathe out. Put the gun down, place the pills back in the bottle, remove the scarf. Sit, breathe, make a call, ask for help. Reach out again and again and again and again. Life is precious. It is precious even in the worst of times, because even in the worst of times, there is always something that pulls us back in. It takes massive courage to say, I'm not happy, to say and declare out loud, please help me, hold me. It takes huge courage to share our lives, the messy, dirty, crappy, complicated pieces of our lives. It also takes enormous courage to keep that pain a secret. We live in a world where the round, yellow, happy face was the single biggest seller for years and years. People love happy. A frown would have never sold. It takes massive, huge courage to wear a frown. It takes guts to wear it and own it and say, here's my story, maybe this can help you. Right after Robin Williams committed suicide, I gotta move this. Sorry. Right after Robin Williams committed suicide, my friend asked me, did you ever try it? Yes, I did. I tried suicide. I was young, and I was sad, and I was miserable, and I was so unhappy, and I felt all alone in the world. I felt like nobody knew what it was like, this dark, dark, darkness. Everything was pitch black. There was no color anywhere. It was dark and lonely, and the best way that I can describe how I felt at that time in my life was like being in the middle of a forest, and it's eerily dark, and you don't know which way to turn. And so you take baby steps, teeny steps, because you don't know where you are and you can't see anything, and you don't know how to find your way out, and so you reach for something to touch, but it's not there. You fall, and you don't know how to get up. So you start by getting up on your knees, and then slowly you straighten up, and you start to walk through the darkness, and you make sure, and you pray and you hope that you're gonna get out. So I said to my friend, you know that saying, there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Well, the truth is there is no tunnel. There is no tunnel in the pitch darkness. Forget about finding the light at the end because you can't find the tunnel. So yes, I tried suicide. The pills, the stomach pumped, and all that follows. But I was lucky, fortunate, whatever you want to call it, because someone wanted to save me. Someone wanted to help me and hold me. I was 19, and I started practicing Buddhism. And then I battled my demons and unhappiness and hatred every single day. Well, not every day. Some days they got the best of me and I could barely move. But I fought hard and mighty. And some days I won. And some days they won. And some days it was a match. And some days I wanted to die. And some days I wanted to not only live, but to live with passion and find beauty in my life and find love. And then what I found out, you gotta save your own life. Because the person holding you, they get really tired. They hold on for so long and so tight that their arm aches. And that's when I had my epiphany, my breakfast at epiphany moment. If you really want to save yourself, you got to be willing to throw someone else a line. You got to grab onto someone else and save them and help them and hold them. You got to be willing to see another person suffering and pain and look them in the eye and say, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I have your back. I'm going to hold you, and I'm going to hold you tight. And the truth is, the balls out truth is this. Those of us who suffer from bouts of depression, who don't believe we're good enough, who can barely make it out of bed some days, who struggle with self-esteem, and the concept of self-love, when you use your own pain and suffering, you can understand someone else's heart. And it doesn't eliminate our pain. And it doesn't make it vanish. But it does make it bigger than just ourselves. And that's when the struggle becomes worthwhile. So I look at folks I know very personally and some on the periphery who have gone through hell and back 1,000,000 times. They use their life every single day to inspire, to encourage, to awaken the good and grace in others because they know what it was like to walk through that fire. They know what it was like to be flat out broken. They know what it's like to have their life broken into pieces. So yeah, I tried suicide. And I'm awfully glad that I did not succeed at it. I'm glad that I was a failure at that because I get to rise up every single day and work through my life stuff and face my demons and strut my stuff. And then I get to tell each one of you out there that you are fucking awesome. You are. You are magic and glitter and all that's extraordinary in the world. Because the truth is, even in our darkest moments, even in our worst moments, even on our saddest moments, and our most broken moments, we have magic in us. We do. We have magic in us. And we are amazing beyond belief. So please, please know how absolutely amazing you are. All the broken pieces are gorgeous. This I would bet my life on. Thank you.